Welcome to the 7th video in my Making the Ticket to Ride Legends of the West campaign replayable series. Before we begin, I will give a spoiler alert because I will be talking about game elements. And if you don't want to have those game elements spoiled, then this video is not for you. However, if you are like me and want to make your Ticket to Ride Legends of the West campaign replayable, then welcome. For the third game, year 1871, you will still only be playing with boards 1 through 5 and the Florida board. At the end of the 1871 game, the story deck will prompt you to retrieve some new rules. These rules are for building track beds and expanding a frontier. And as you can see, I have added those rules to my rule sheet. So let's talk about expanding a frontier first. From here out, the winner of the game will get to choose which frontier box and board they want to open up and reveal. Then the frontier board is added to the game board and the corresponding frontier box is opened up. Any new rules and game pieces are then discovered and revealed, and you read the cards and go from there. There are only 2 frontiers you can choose from at the end of the 1871 game: Open Range or Great Plains. After that, it is going to be up to the discretion of the winner of the game to choose which frontier board is open next, only as long as that board can connect to the edge of the current game board that you're playing with. For the purposes of the videos I am making, I'm going to choose to discuss the elements of the Great Plains board first, but I'm going to go over that in the next video. For now, let's move on to the next rule you get at the end of the 1871 game, which is where we get to talk about track beds. So you got some stickers in the Florida box, and you will get some stickers in the Open Range box that are track bed stickers. Before I made permanent changes to the game boards, I took pictures of each of the game boards. I'm going to use the Florida board as an example. You will notice that there are some blank spaces. These spaces are the track beds, and it is where you will be placing the track bed stickers. So for instance here, from Jacksonville to Miami are 2 blank spaces. So I always play the color yellow. And if I'm playing and I had 2 yellow train cards in my hand, I could play those 2 yellow train cards, take 2 yellow track bed stickers, place them there in that spot, and then that permanently becomes a yellow track. If you had green, blue, whatever color, you could then lay that there and then that becomes permanent. So the idea behind the game board that they wanted you to do is to permanently stick these stickers on, and that is how you create your own unique Ticket to Ride Legends of Legacy of the West game board. But it also means that you can't play the campaign again because you've got those stickers on there. So my workaround for that, magnets. And here is my Florida board. I took and I measured each spot, and then I cut out the magnets, and I put magnets on each of those empty spaces. And as you can see, my husband and I, like I had mentioned, are in the middle of a campaign, and so these are some of the tracks that we've done. I then took each sticker, I peeled back the sticky side of the magnet, and I stuck each sticker onto the magnet, and then I cut them out. And then I store each different color of track beds in these little tiny boxes. And they fit on there quite nice. They stick very well. You can shake it around, they don't come off. I store them in the box, and you careful when you put them in the box, but I have not ever had any issues with these tracks falling off and getting lost. They're pretty on there. You can set your trains on them and it works just fine. And so that way you can then replay the campaign as many times as you want and not have to worry about the stickers being permanently stuck. And I think that completes everything that we need to know for the 1871 game. Join me in the next video where we open up at the Great Plains board and talk about that.